So first of all, I think if you as a person you are not fit, you're not strong mentally, you're not the type that you can decipher what's good or bad, and you rush down to the media and you get to see some crazy things, some crazy posts, some crazy words, some happenings that really they are facts that are happening in our society today. I think that's enough to drift you away. That's enough to make you lose your mind. It's crazy, but that's a reality today. That is the world that we live in today. So on that note, welcome to another episode of Jumoke Salami's show, and I hope your day is as beautiful as mine here. Our topic today is abuse in relationship, like I said in the last episode, and I don't want to streamline it. Be it marriage, what have you? That's what I'm talking about. Abuse of any kind. It's crazy. When you wake up every day of your life now, and you go to the media, because you can't take it away from us now. That's our new norm. There is nothing that happens that people don't throw on the media. So there's no day you go to the media now and you don't get to see an atom of abuse either here or there. It's crazy, it's alarming, it's disheartening, it's even discouraging for most of us that we think, okay, these are the things that we hold dear to our hearts, but that's the life. I feel abuse of different kind. Husband hates wife, wife breaks husband head. So really, it's crazy. So I think let's take it from the start. This word abuse, what do you really think that word means? For me, I think it's just very simple. Abuse is when you begin to feel you have more power than the other person, when you are being authoritative, when you feel you hold more ground than the other person. It could be male, it could be female, it's vice versa. So the woman can feel I'm the one in charge, and the man feels my woman is stronger than me, and the man is the head of the house. He has some veto power. When the man feels I have more power, I can dominate this person, I can suppress this person, and my word, my opinion determines. So I think basically that's what abuse is for me. So, and we have all sorts. Let me really take it from the single days. I feel as a woman, I've been in relationships before I got married, and I feel there is no way, absolutely no way, that you're going to be in a relationship with somebody and you don't get to see red flags. It's not possible. See, what blinds us mostly is love. You feel your love for this person consumes you so much that every other thing is aside. Now, sometimes it doesn't even have to be physical. There's some nature, there's some character that you see in a relationship that if you don't deal with it right now, like when you're still on the streets, like we all say now, if you don't get to deal with it, I'm sorry, these things will trouble you when you're one. There is no how you're going to do about it. And I think I wouldn't be the one telling you, take it off your head that you can change a person. You can change nobody, except the person decides to change. So it brings me back to, there are some red flags we see while dating, while courting, that we feel with time it's going to change. With time, she's going to change. But truly, will the person change? It is not for you to do. That's not your job to do. The father, the mother had the full responsibility to train a child. That is their job. That is their job. So on a lighter note, when some men say, why would my girlfriend be asking me for money for hair? Why would my girlfriend be asking me for money for bikini, for wears and all of that? Sometimes I get to see reasons with them because it is the duty of your parents. That is me. You might not agree with my opinion, but that's my opinion. And I think it's fair enough if you want to reason with me that it is the duty of your parents to take good care of you. So far, you're still under their roof. So far, you're not yet making your own money. You don't have any means yet. It's the duty of your parents to do that. So when you begin to put unnecessary pressure on a certain man or on a certain woman, then the person begins to feel, okay, I think without me, he or she cannot do. I think without me, this person cannot be. So sometimes even this, I can do without you feelings, make them feel they are superior to you. So I feel when you're dating, when you're I'm coming back to now when the abuse is happening, I just feel we need to deal with it from those that are not yet in marriage like us, or those that don't even have a serious partner that can say this person is mine, or I'm looking forward to having a future with this person. When you're in a relationship, you just try. Look at everything. Like I said, it doesn't even have to be physical. There are abuse that are emotional. There are abuse that are mental abuse, that the person doesn't even have to say a word, but you will be messed up. So I feel, look at everything. Look at your signs. And I'm also talking vice versa. So no, don't make it look like, oh, she's a woman, that's why she's talking about. I am not talking for women. I am talking generally. I'm also talking I'm talking to that man that feels he or she has been abused in a certain relationship, that he doesn't feel is justified enough for whatever happened to him is supposed to. So I feel, when you're in a relationship, deal with everything. Talk. The thing is, we cannot overemphasize on the fact that communication is key in any type of relationship. Be it parents and children, be it siblings, be it friends, be it couples. You need to communicate. And because if you do not communicate, you begin to add up things that are not in your head. And that begins to affect you mentally. Even your daily attributes in life, it might not really work. So I feel, learn to communicate. When you see red flags, learn to decipher, this is not good for me. Whatever is good for me might not be good for you. But I feel we can come together and we can agree in unison that what is not good is not good. So we can come together and say that. So when you begin to see those flags in your relationship, then you need to take several steps back, and really think, is this really what I want to do? And I can bet you, if that woman is willing to be with you for the rest of her life, if that man is willing to be with you for the rest of his life, you guys are going to settle it. Because, we are from different backgrounds. I'm from a different school of thought, same as you, and we're trying to become one. So we're going to have clash of knowledge, clash of environment, clash of belief. We have even different choices that we just have to come together to say, okay, we can meet in the middle. But how do you get to do all of this? You have to communicate. And by communicating, then you'll be able to know, okay, I like this, you don't like this, I can make this choice. Whatever choice I make, it's valid, yours is valid, but how do we merge it to become one? That is the process in becoming happily ever after. So let me quickly move to abuse in marriage. I feel, if you eventually make the mistake of not seeing your red flags in your early years, and you begin to see them in your marriage, I think it's time for you to think and rethink, because now you've made a bold step for happily ever after. But that is not a death sentence. When you're being abused in your marriage, the first thing we should try and think of is, what kind of abuse? Is it physical? Is it mental? Is it emotional? But let me take it down, or let me take it first to the physical abuse. I think you need time to think and rethink. I am sure when you think through, you will know that you saw the signs, but you made the mistake of saying, I love this person and I really want to be with this person. Now, I'm of the strong school of thought that divorce is not a crime. I also believe in the school of thought that leave so that you can live. Now, I am not talking for women, neither am I talking for men, but I feel whoever is being abused in a marriage, even if you have kids, you can step back. I have seen marriages go wrong when they are together and they choose to separate. Now, they didn't divorce. They choose to separate for a while and they came back together even stronger. I've seen so many and it worked out. So now this is the thing. If you feel what we need is to separate for a while, please, my dear brother, please, my dear sister, separate for that time. But when you begin to feel that this person keeps hitting me, keeps doing the same thing, please leave. Me, as an individual, I am tired of waking up and saying, a husband stabs, wife cut off. So many times you just ruin your life because you didn't make the right decision. You could have chosen to leave and you still be alive, you still be thriving. But no, there was this day I saw on Instagram, I think so many months back. I think even the neighbors, they know that the man is a violent person. The lady is a teacher, I guess. He has been hitting her, and on this very fateful day, he started the brouhaha. And eventually, he brought out a knife to threatening the wife that I'm going to kill you. I'm going to deal with you. I'm going to do all of that. I don't know how it happened. She got a hook on the knife and she killed the husband. Now, what got me more emotional was when the dead body was placed on her lap. And she was like, mi o momo, mommy this, call mommy this, they know, he beats me, I didn't do it intentionally. You know, I was weeping. I was weeping because I just felt this woman had the chance to leave. But whatever decision that kept her there, now that's her downfall. I don't know what happened to her. I don't know how they dealt with it, but it's just so sad that another bright future, another person that could impact life because she is a teacher, is going down the drain. I have several examples. I knew couple that got married. The husband killed the wife. I think it was a mistake too. He ran to the station to report that I have done this to my wife. But eventually he was killed, and that is it. The end of a beautiful home that is supposed to be, but that's the end. So I feel when you leave, do not think in your head, what's this person going to say? What is my mother going to say? My mother and father, they've been together, but they didn't leave. They've gone through all this together, but you're not them. You're not them. And you have your own cross to carry. I keep telling somebody something. You see, the grace that everyone carries is different. I can go through a certain fire, but if you try it, you'll burn. So that is it in life. So do not try to compare yourself so much to how this person is trying to deal with the same abuse in a marriage, in his marriage. So I can do that too if they're doing it. No, you can't, because if you do it, you will die. I think it's not time for me to keep words under my mouth for you. I think we need to be factual. Let's tell ourselves the truth so we can see ourselves much longer. When you feel it's becoming terrible, leave. If a woman is assaulting you in your marriage and you feel you can't deal with it again, leave. If you have products in the marriage, I mean kids, you can take care of your kids. You guys can co-parent. You guys can take care of those kids without being together. The point is, the basic thing is, are you alive to even take care of your kids? Are you alive to even say, I am the father of my children, I'm the mother of my children? So please, before you do yourself such harm, think about it and have a rethink. There are so many flaws you're going to see. One, I feel if a person is extremely jealous, there is no time abuse is not going to set in. What kind of person are you? Are you the type that your girlfriend cannot even say hello to a man? You already? Are you the woman that your husband is not even allowed to have female friends? I don't even understand the world that we live in today. Why people have a problem with the fact that a man has a female friend. I think your level of trust also matters. I'm not going to dive into trust issues right now, but I feel if you're that type of a woman that you cannot even stand your man talking to a woman, you're going to have problem. Because you're not going to decipher or you're not going to determine the kind of friends your husband keeps. You might be his wife, but you cannot be everything to him. So you need to understand your position and your place. When you begin to be extremely jealous, you're going to bring, is it that you kill yourself or you kill your man? Is it that you kill yourself or you kill your wife? So you really need to think. Now, I also feel another thing that leads to abuse, or some of the red flags that you can see and say, that's something bad showing up, is when you cannot curtail or you cannot take in some things. I know some men that when they're into an argument, the next thing you begin to see them, they clench their fists. There is nothing anybody can tell me. When you see such man, or when you know such people, one day, Cinnamon will die. One day, he will hit you and you will not like it. Okay, that's my own opinion. So some days back, I was talking with a friend and she was telling me how this certain man was so loving, was so good. Like, the outer picture of what people see is, man, you lucky girl. Like, They feel you've got it all. It comes to the office, it brings out food, lunch, not for ourselves, even for our colleagues. Be like, God, I thank you finally. But what she's going through in the relationship, no one knows, and no one is going to believe. Now, the funny thing is this, that my friend, if she's a desperate person, if she's somebody that she has to take from a man before she can leave, I think she will deal with that man. But I am glad I don't have such friend. So, and I feel girls now, like I'm talking about some girls with their crazy attitude that if they don't collect from you, they depend so much on you. And those girls will be, I think they will be comfortable with such man. But she wasn't. And why was she had her reasons. And it's like, how can I be having arguments with my man? How can my man be having arguments with the domestic staff? And whenever he's trying to talk, he's already clenching his fists. Within a short period of time, this man is going to blow. He's going to explode. And this domestic thing is going to come through. Now she left what people will see as a beautiful relationship because of what she knows that you don't know. Because she's trying to save herself of the drama, of the trauma that she could experience if she ends up with such man. So are you the lady that is going to say no to Dubai trips, no to Morocco trip, no to flashy things, no to flamboyant lifestyle, and say yes to your sanity, yes to your peace of mind? Those things worth more than all those flashy things they can give to you. So you really need to make your choice. Decide, what do you really want in life? So I think another reason why we have a mad ratio of abuse, again in marriage, is how our parents give their children out in marriage. Like really, how do you give your children out in marriage? Are you the type that once you give them out, you don't get to see what is happening again? You don't even care. Once your daughter, once your son comes back to say, hello, how you guys doing? The first question is, Kilo Shele, what is wrong? Did you fight? Share journey? So are you saying because your child is married now, he or she cannot come back home to visit you? He or she does not have a place in your home anymore. Why? When you begin to do that, then the man or the husband, the wife begins to think, I own this man. I dominate this place. I own this woman. And there is nothing, even if I treat her badly, she can't go back home to tell her parents because they are not going to give her room. They are not going to give her audience. She can't go back home to tell anybody because once she even gets there, they send her back. Go back to your husband and go and deal with it. Is that the kind of parent you are? Then you're one of our problem. If you're that kind of a parent, you're one of our problem. Do not erase your children's space in your home. If they know that if this man beats me blue back, I can run back home to my parents, then so many of these things will be curbed. If it wouldn't stop, then it will be curbed to the barest minimum. So we won't have all this abuse, killings, and all of that run around the media. Be that kind of a parent that your child can run back to when they have issues. Let me take myself for example. Nobody can tell me not to go see my parents. Let these people be free to assess their family. The fact that they're married off doesn't mean they are not responsible to that family again. So please, let's do the right thing and let's live right. I feel on this episode, I'm going to cap it up with saying that normally in life, normally in relationship, you need to have or you need to know how to manage humans. There is no way there is no way you want to live with somebody that you cannot manage. I'm not a perfect person. Neither is my partner. So if it's drifting off, should I kill him? Should I break his head? No, because I have my own too. So he's going to manage me. I am going to manage them. So we need to agree. We need to come to a consensus that this thing, we want to make it work. We're going to leave out our ill behaviors. We're going to leave out our negative thoughts or negative knowledge that we got from the society, even from the home. Sometimes you see that these men that hit their wife, they are a product of a domestic violence family. You see them, they grew up saying their father beats their mother. So what is there? But I also want to let you know that my Yoruba people will say, Inu ikoko dudu li eko funfun tin jade. Even though you were raised in a home where you will see your father beat your mother to stupor, you can choose to be different. What kind of exposure do you have in life? What kind of people do you talk to? What kind of people do you discuss with? Who are your friends? Who are the people that you can say, yes, I am looking at them. These are my mentor. These are the people that I can learn one or two good things from. Even though you grew up in such terrible home, you can choose to be different. You can choose to be totally different from what you saw in your father, because your father is not the yardstick that God will use to judge you. Who are you? What kind of impact can you make in your own life? If your father has gotten it wrong, do you want your children to also get it wrong? Think about it. Think deeply about it, and let's see if when we talk to each other like this often about this terrible thing called abuse, maybe someday we will have a very low ratio of abuse in relationship. So on that note, we've come to the end of today's episode. This abuse topic has really drained me a lot, and there's no way you're going to talk about abuse that you don't get agitated, but that's fine. That's why we are here. So it's the end of today's episode, and on my next episode we'll be talking about what to do when you're not attracted to your partner anymore. Gangasa kutukwawu. When I see you next time. So let me leave all of that till next time. So let me calm down, and sign off. So I love you guys. Thank you all for your support. Thank you all for watching. Do not forget, like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Is it until I bring KRO before you subscribe? Is it until I do that? No, now. And do not forget, I am the CEO of L&B Logistics. Whatever you need to be delivered within Lagos, I can do that for you. I'm only hustling for my urgent 2K. So please, thank you so much for coming with me today again. Yeah, my beautiful makeup was done by my girl. Please follow her on Instagram at _glamby_girl. She's good. You enjoy every bit. She's going to beat your face to perfection. So that's it. And my dress. Who gave me this dress? A gift. I don't even know who gave me. But I love the dress, and I'm sure you do. So the thing is this, I love you, and I really appreciate everything you're doing to be a fan on this show. Thank you so much. God bless you. I remain your beautiful host, Jumoke Salami. Adufe Omolowo Mugumaja Maja Meji Rere Ara Ade Ajagbon Ajagbon Giyopo Ara Alambe Ọmọ Ashirewe Lua Ọmọ Nubigi Omi Gbe Mi Lọ Ọmọ Panti Lo Se Nlaja Odagiduro Morogo Ọmọ Shakiti Wẹ́wẹ́. Thank you guys. I love you so much. Bye.
For sponsorship and ad placement, please send an email to monskimediaconcept@gmail.com.